going? Joseph back again with another video, and today I want to talk about how I really do appreciate and love Motorola. Yes, Motorola is not perfect, and at this day and age, when the Moto X came out, I was so excited. Like the first Moto X, it was a game changer, and the Moto X Pure Edition was also very much a game changer. And at those times, Motorola was on top with the updates, and now I think because of that, now it's like people are just really bashing on such a beautiful company, on a company that's just doing so much. And yeah, I know they're not very good at updates anymore. They're pretty much just in line with Samsung and LG. I think they might still be a little bit better, but they're kind of just like with everybody else. Updates might not be a priority anymore. It takes a lot of money to keep all that going, and Motorola hasn't been doing that well. And it's unfortunate that the people that supported Motorola are kind of just like leaving and just forgetting about it, as if a lot of the things that Motorola started that they're still doing. They're still creating beautiful budget devices. They're still taking care of people that other companies just aren't taking care of. And they still have features that are just better and just more optimized, and it's just more of a coherent experience. I really love my experience with Motorola devices. Aside from battery life on the Moto Z, which is what I'm using, everything else is great. Everything else is great. It's still working. I still love the mods, because the battery life sucks. I have two mods, and they are the wireless charging mods. So if you have like a wireless charging pad, you can just throw them on there to charge up, and you have two battery packs with you. You can get these things cheap on eBay. You can get it from people, and the mods are just a beautiful addition. I think it's the future of smartphones. We create a lot of waste. We create a lot of waste nowadays. And a lot of phones, every phone that comes out, there's a little bit of difference in design, and the old case no longer works. Even with the iPhone, they're doing little design changes every year so that the old cases don't work, and sometimes the old accessories don't work. But with Motorola, you got the mods. The mods are amazing because they work for 3 generations. They work for 3 generations. So that means you'll be buying less stuff because you don't always have to buy a new accessory. You don't have to buy a new mod for every new Motorola that you get. And you get access to 3 years of devices. And then imagine these phones should have more of a value because of those accessories. But because the marketing prowess of Motorola is not that good, they're not really in the public eye so much. They don't have that marketing power that Samsung and Apple have. And the core group of people, the supporters, have kind of just jump ship into Google. Then I understand Google is doing an amazing job. Don't get it twisted. Google is doing an amazing job with the Pixel. But I myself don't pick a phone for the camera alone. I don't pick a phone for the camera alone. In fact, I want to get like a high-end camera to take like beautiful pictures. More so that a phone can do, like interchangeable lenses and things like that. That's what I want to do in terms of like camera. But in terms of a phone, I like something that's just easy and simple, and just like I don't have to think so much about it. And that's what I can do with Motorola devices, especially with the Moto Z line. The other lines, of course, if you're looking for a budget phone and with beautiful features, I mean, look at the new Moto G6 and G6 Plus, E5, E5 Plus, and all of those that just got announced. These are beautiful devices. Like you can get a lot of those devices are under 250, which is amazing. And they're very, like the G6 Plus, even the E5 Plus, they're very premium looking, and they have beautiful designs to them. And also a lot of the features are making their way back down. Like I'm pretty sure the Moto E5, you can now chop to get the flashlight, which is awesome. So these devices are getting more of the features that have made me fall in love with Motorola. Moto display, waving your hand over it, twist to launch your camera. These features like swipe to shrink screen, and now there's a feature for screenshots. Like they still implement these things, and they don't get in the way. They don't get in the way of the experience, and that's still there. And you have a stock Android experience. So there's still a lot of the core Motorola of what we fell in love with Motorola here. Aside from the updates, and maybe we could also improve on customer service, but customer service has always been an issue. And these two issues are directly correlated with the fact that the company is not doing that well financially. If they could do better financially, it would help. It would also help if we could support them, if we could go out there and share our love for Motorola. And I am seeing more Motorola devices all around me. I don't know if it's just, the law of attraction, that now that I'm focusing on what I love more, I'm seeing more of what I love. but I see Motorola devices all the time. I see people using them. It's like, hey, awesome, Motorola. And the people that I see that are using Motorola devices, for the most part, like 9 out of 10, love their phones, unless like they've had an issue with with defects, which is technology. It happens. I've been using Motorola for probably a decade now, almost a decade. I've been using it since the original Droid from Verizon. And I love that phone. And throughout all those experiences, I've only had issues with the Droid X. The Droid X, my first one, I dropped it and it stopped working, and then there was an update that came out that messed it up. But luckily, through that, I went through a couple of bad models, and they ended up sending me the Droid X2, so that kind of worked out in my favor. Other than that, I haven't had any issues with my Motorola devices other than me breaking the screens, being, not paying attention and not wanting to use cases, because I love the designs. I love the phones without a case, so I tend to use them without a case, and that can be bad unless you have like the Moto Z Force 2, the Z Force, which has a shatterproof display, which works out so well. Other than some of the issues with the screen peeling and things like that, yeah, like I said, Motorola has not been perfect, but my friend, I got him to get the Moto Z2 Force. He wasn't sure what phone to get, and he had a Moto, the Turbo. He had the Turbo too. But man, he didn't use the case on that phone. And yes, he has a shatterproof display, but if you don't put a case on it for the shock protection, if you're dropping it a lot, the internals are going to get messed up. That's the thing we got to realize. The internals can get messed up. It's not shockproof. So like a bumper case is good, something like that. So his thing was kind of going, took a lot of damage. So it was on its way out, but he still loved it. So I got him to get the Moto Z2 Force, and he loved it. And honestly, I played around with the Moto Z2 Force, and I love it too. And if I can get my hands on it, I'll do some videos. But yeah, the Moto Z2 Force is a beautiful phone. It really is. Aside from the screen peeling issue and how it's easy to be scratched, which you can just put a screen protector on, that phone is just beautiful. It's sexy. It takes great pictures, great camera. It feels so good in the hand. It has a beautiful display, and it's just smooth and quick, and just like one of the fastest phones of last year. Of course, you couple stock intro with Motorola optimization, you're gonna get a very fast phone. And I think one of the only downsides of that phone, again, is probably the camera, the software itself. Like, it takes good pictures, but sometimes it can be a little bit slow. I'm not sure if they've updated it to fix it yet. I haven't tested it out with the new camera app, but that phone is amazing, and I cannot wait for the Moto Z3 Force and the Moto Z3 Play. It's looking good. I'm liking that they're switching the fingerprint to the side, which is interesting and cool, but then we kind of lose out on the the functions of the home button or the fingerprint, using it for recents and things like that. So I wonder how they'll implement that. I guess we'll just go back to having the things on the screen. But it was very cool to kind of get rid of the software buttons and have even more screen real estate with that feature. But yeah, I still love Motorola. I still don't want to use anything else, even as good as the Google Pixel is. For me, like, just not having Moto Display, not having Moto Actions, and also not having Moto Voice, like, these things are just very simple, very streamlined. They work very well. And of course, not having the mods, being able to attach a speaker whenever I want, being able to attach a projector whenever I want, being able to attach, a battery mod or a different bag, changing up the look of it. Like, I like that functionality. I like the freedom. I like the expression. I like that. This is something that no other company is offering. And I really want to get back to making videos about this, because I want to show my support, because I don't want Motorola to die. I really don't. I don't think anyone's gonna do the things that they're doing. Like, Lenovo is doing a great job. Lenovo is all about innovation, and they're doing a very great job. I wouldn't mind if Google maybe bought Motorola again, or if Lenovo can get their act together and find a way to get the Moto Z2 Force in front of people. Lenovo, if you happen to see this video, Motorola, if you happen to see this video, send me some devices. Let me get back to reviewing your beautiful devices, and let me share the message, let me share the love, because honestly, everybody that I show these phones to, they fall in love, they love it, and why not? So if you like this video, hit the like button below, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already, and if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section below. If you're using a Motorola device, let me know how much you love it or how much you hate it in the comment section below, and hit the bell to be notified for new videos.